Tractate Beitzah, page 7b, part 2, with the words Hashochet Chai Va'of B'Yom Tov. The Mishnah states that Beit Shammai and Beit Hillel also dispute whether or not one who slaughters an undomesticated animal or a bird on a festival, without having prepared earth the day before, with which to cover the blood after the slaughter, may dig out earth on the festival itself to cover the blood. The Gemara analyzes the wording of the Mishnah, one who slaughters an animal. This indicates that after the fact, yes, one may dig out dirt, but ab initio, meaning l'chatchila, meaning to begin with, no, even Beit Shammai agree that one may not slaughter an undomesticated animal or a bird if there is no prepared dirt. Otherwise, the Mishnah would have said, one may slaughter an undomesticated animal or a bird on a festival. Say the latter clause of the Mishnah, and Beit Hillel say that one may not slaughter it. This proves, by inference, that the first Tana, Beit Shammai, holds that one may slaughter it even ab initio. The Gemara answers, this is not difficult, as Beit Hillel said, and meant the following: one may not slaughter an animal and cover the blood. They're emphasizing that one may not cover the blood even if he slaughtered an animal, whereas Beit Shammai maintained that if one slaughtered, he may cover the blood ab initio. The Gemara challenges this explanation, say the latter clause of the Mishnah, and Beit Hillel concede that if he already slaughtered, then he may dig with a shovel and cover the blood, which indicates that Beit Hillel were not emphasizing the covering of the blood. This proves, by inference, that the first clause of the Mishnah is not referring to one's action after the fact, but to the halacha ab initio. Amar Rabba said, Hachika Amar, this is what the Mishnah is saying. The phrase, one who slaughters an animal, is not a broad directive on how to act, but rather it means if there is one who slaughters animals who comes to consult a sage on how to proceed, what should the sage say to him? Beit Shammai say that the sage says to him, slaughter it ab initio, dig and cover the blood. And Beit Hillel say he may slaughter the animal only if he had earth that was prepared while it was still day. Rav Yosef provided a slightly different explanation of the Mishnah and said that this is what the Mishnah is saying. With regard to one who slaughters animals who comes to consult, what does the sage say to him? Beit Shammai say that he says to him, go, dig, slaughter the animal, and cover the blood. And Beit Hillel say he may slaughter the animal only if he had earth that was prepared while it was still day. Abaye said to Rav Yosef, let us say that the master, meaning Rav Yosef, and Rabbah dispute the following statement that Rabbi Zera said, that Rav said, as Rabbi Zera said, that Rav said, one who slaughters an undomesticated animal or bird is obligated to perform the mitzvah of covering the blood, and therefore he must place the earth beneath the blood and earth above it, as it is stated, and he shall pour out its blood and cover it in earth. Leviticus 17:13. And it is not stated cover it with earth, but in earth, indicating that the blood must be concealed inside the earth. The verse thereby teaches that one who slaughters an animal must place earth beneath and earth above the blood. Abaye is suggesting that the master of the opinion that the ruling is in accordance with the opinion of Rabbi Zera, and therefore he requires one to dig first, and only afterwards slaughter the animal and have the blood flow onto the earth and then cover it with additional earth, and that Rabbah is of the opinion that the ruling is not in accordance with the opinion of Rabbi Zera. Rav Yosef said to Abaye, this is not so. Rather, both according to me and according to Rabbah, we are of the opinion that the ruling is in accordance with the opinion of Rabbi Zera. And here we disagree with regard to this matter. Rabbah holds that if there is prepared earth beneath, yes, in that case one may slaughter an animal. But if there is no earth prepared beneath, no, he may not slaughter it at all. Why not? Rabbah says, we are concerned that perhaps one will reconsider and not slaughter it at all, and he will have dug a hole on a festival unnecessarily. And according to my opinion, on the contrary, this situation in which he permitted to dig first is preferable, since if you do not permit him to dig in all cases for the purpose of slaughter, he will be unable to eat meat and will refrain from rejoicing on the festival. The Mishnah states in Beit Halal concede that if one transgressed and slaughtered an animal, then he digs with a shovel and covers the blood. Rabbi Zrika said in the name of Rabbi Yehuda, Rabbi Zrika said that Rabbi Yehuda said, and that is the halakha, specifically when one has a shovel already embedded in the ground while it was still day, before the onset of the festival. The Gemara asks, but what purpose does an embedded shovel serve? Doesn't he still perform the act of crushing, as one must crush the lumps of earth to make the soil fit for covering? Rav Chia bar Ashi said that Rav said